All right, yet another Randomizer Community Day speedrun here. Shout outs all the Tier 3 subscribers and Patreon supporters for voting on which randomizer presets you wanted to see. I'm going to try and do this every Sunday, I think, on the stream, where I have the Patreon supporters and Tier 3 members be able to vote on which randomizer presets or even games maybe in the future. Things like the other DS randomizers, like the Castlevania randomizers I could play, Aria of Sorrow, I'm very comfortable doing randomizers for. Stuff like that. But this is our first time doing it. I wanted to just have a way to give a little bit of extra thanks to the people that mostly that support the stream the most. If you want to support and you're watching on Dragon Blitz Daily, you could also just subscribe. Bigger subscriber number helps in the long run for getting the videos to be shown to more people in the future, which helps me out a lot. Holding out hope for an Axe Armor preset. If one of the randomizer folks wants to dig into the Axe Armor stuff, I think it's possible. I have a sword that I start with as well. Is that random? No, Hunter's Sword is not random. Okay. So yeah, we start with the duplicator. We start with the monster vials for summoning bats. And the purpose of this preset is kind of designed around using the monster vials, using familiar summons to beat the game. Yeah, Ziggy has a Axe Armor mod that exists. And finding a way to maybe implement some of that stuff into the randomizer should theoretically be possible. Cube of Zoe at the start. Interesting. Nice. Should have an empty hand emote. Oh god, I didn't mean to leave. Part of me thinks like Alucard heard the song start up and said, nope, I'm leaving. I don't want to listen to that shit. He recently updated some of the movement stuff too. Interesting. Because I'm pretty sure he uses like Lua scripts and doesn't actually do a direct ROM hack. It's like a separate program that injects code in real time or something like that. I'm not an expert in this stuff, but I know that it's different than what the randomizer does, which is a straight up ROM hack. Probably didn't need to kill that guy, but whatever. Any native Japanese speakers want to tell me what the hell she's singing about? I've been wondering. What the hell is she singing about? Fly, my pretties. Fly! Okay, Gaibon completely pieced the fuck out. Well, he's making edits to the RAM memory, not the ROM of the game itself. That's why it's called a ROM hack and not a RAM hack. Those are like two separate things. Yeah, I learned the hard way that those are not easily convertible things. All of the hacking stuff that I looked into was using Lua scripts to modify the game that way, because it's very easy to do. ROM hacking, on the other hand, I haven't looked into it for myself, but is a lot harder. So, Jupiter with the raid, how you doing? Thanks. Appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sorrow SotN Sunday. Heck yeah, dude. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're doing a little bit of a Summoner randomizer right now. And, oh, wait. This is Summoner. I do want those familiar cards. Let's go grab that. Bat card. Heck yeah. All right. Let's get the bat going. Fully batted out of our brains. So the way that this preset works is it kind of is designed to help buff the familiars as well as give you access to, a lot of the monster vials to use as your primary form of combat. It's an interesting way to play through the game. We've been doing lots of different SotN randomizers today. Wanted to give people the opportunity. In my Discord, I had people who are subbed at tier 3 or part of the Patreon vote on which presets we play today. And Summoner was one of the ones that was voted in. It is very funny that in this preset, the fastest way to get around is to backdash cancel using the monster vials, so you're constantly spawning bats as you go. Streamer, which one of this rando's 35 presets is your favorite? That's a great question. Probably OG. The OG preset is the best preset. Because back in my day, that was the only randomizer we had, and we liked it. Back in the olden times of early 2019. If the bats spawned a little bit faster, I'd be able to use them versus like normal enemies, but I'm pretty sure Doppelganger turns into mist when you try and throw familiars his way. Or sorry, when you try and throw monster vials his way. I guess we'll find out. If you have questions about submitting runs, you should definitely ask them in the Long Library Discord if you're talking about submitting a speedrun for, like, the leaderboard. Because I'm not a mod for the normal leaderboard. I'm only a mod for the, Oh, he doesn't dodge these guys? It's over. Eat bats, nerd! Easy. I also love that Doppelganger's cape is randomized now, too. Let's go check out the library. There's no way that the required relic is an outer wall. It's faster to go this way, obviously. So I know the familiars are supposed to be buffed. He's level 99. And he's not one-shotting these guys? Am I... Is his strength based off my strength or something? I forget how familiars work in this game, I'm gonna be honest. I very rarely ever use them. Maybe it's my intelligence stat that determines their power. That sounds like something this game would do. No money drops? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're not able to buy anything in the shop, I don't think. There's gonna be 5 of him when you're in bat form? Yeah, but they don't attack anything when you're in bat form. Unless you use Fire of Bat, they just sit there. Alright, let's get a real familiar out here. Bat bro, you've been chill and all, but... It's time for the real deal. It's time to hear some slash and slice.
Farewell for now. What can I do for you?
Yeah, the sword's already at level 9. Or 99.
Thank you.
Do I have anything to sell? Damn, I did shop glitch, but for no reason. So, if I had a little bit more money, I could get the castle map, or I could get the empty hand.
Farewell for now.
Maybe next time. Yeah, Sword Familiar doesn't become equipable unless you hit like the level in which it becomes equipable, like directly. So if you skip past the level that, I forget what level it is. I think it's level 50. If you skip past that level, he doesn't enter your inventory. Damn, look at the lag. You think it's worth farming the 500,000 or 5 million, whatever it is, 5 kajillion, to get that empty hand? That is a nice looking hand. Leapstone is all we got. It's a little unfortunate, but could be worse, I guess. Oops. Ooh, mana prism? Yeah, we'll go grab that. The only downside about using Sword Bro is that he is very good at lagging the game. All right, I'll grab this warp. I guess we'll go Castle Keep. It's kind of a 50-50. It's either Castle Keep or it's Colosseum, so. What does the Fairy Familiar do at higher levels? It allows her to use other higher level medicines, like higher level like elixirs and stuff like that. And I think she uses them quicker, but I think that's it. And I'm not even 100% sure about that, to be honest. Again, I'm not an expert on the familiars in this game because I very rarely use them. My thousands of hours spent playing this game has mostly been speedrunning to get world records and stuff like that, and familiars never come up outside of their use cases for certain glitches. But every once in a while, I will mess around with the game somewhat casually and learn something new almost every time I do so. Because this game just has too many gosh darn mechanics. Slash! It's not lag, it's a feature. Yeah, no, Sword Bro is trying to slow down time to help you place your attacks and sword slashes better, obviously. There we go. Not bad, not bad. This game is splendid. It is a good game. I do need to get rid of Sword Bro for this next room because I do want to try and get the Flea Ladder. Second favorite Castlevania? It's probably Aria of Sorrow. It's a tie between Aria and Dawn most of the time, depending on the day. I think Aria of Sorrow is overall a better package, where I think Dawn of Sorrow is more... I didn't need it. Dawn of Sorrow ended up being a little bit more ambitious, and I kind of like that. However, it tried a lot of stuff that didn't end up working out very well. But so much of what's in Dawn of Sorrow is really cool. It just sucks that it's not as polished as it is in, like, Aria of Sorrow. Demon card. Demon might actually just be the best familiar, honestly. This guy goes crazy. Yeah, I'm the same. I grew up playing Dawn of Sorrow as a kid, and we never had the... We never had Aria of Sorrow. I didn't play Aria of Sorrow all the way through for the first time until I was an adult. So I don't have any nostalgia necessarily for it, but I still think Aria is better. Favorite Metroid? Super Metroid by a lot. By a lot. Super Metroid is just so insanely good. It's crazy how good that game is. Like, if you haven't played Super Metroid, or if you haven't played it recently, you should go play Super Metroid, like, ASAP. It's ridiculous how good that game is. Zero Mission's cool too. It's a nice way to experience the original Metroid without playing the original Metroid on NES, because that's barely a video game. It's more of a tech demo, if anything. The way Super Metroid is designed is just so insanely good. Oh, nice. We get to check out the best weapon in the game, the Sword of Brawn. Go! It's still not that good. I know they buffed it, but it's still not that good. The sword is supposed to... The summons from the sword are supposed to be buffed, such that they scale properly with your level, but still not amazing. In fact, I think I'm going to start using this so I could shield dash again. Ow. These randomly spawning zombies are doing a number on me right now. Should get Spirit Orb. If we find it, yeah, I'll pick it up. Why not? They scale with strength. That makes sense, yeah. You know, Super Metroid is a fantastic game for so many reasons. It's one of the few games that I think does it is the, like, gold standard that all types of Metroidvania should compare themselves to. Because very, very few games in the genre reward exploration as well as Super Metroid does. And some people will argue that, like, oh, what? I'm just going to get another, like, random missile pack. But the answer is, like, yes, you actually need that missile pack. Because the game is fucking hard. Super Metroid is hard, and it does not care about your feelings. It is difficult all the way through, unless you actually explore and get all of the extra upgrades. Which is what makes it feel so rewarding to go back to earlier areas where enemies were absolutely pushing you into the dirt, but now you have like 200 missiles and 50 super missiles, and you could just fully unload on them, and you have like plasma beam and stuff like that. So every time you find a missile pack, that just directly increases your general firepower and survivability, because you're able to kill things faster before they kill you. Like, there's so many things that Super Metroid did so incredibly well. The way that a lot of the items are hidden, it adds a puzzle element to every time that you get a new item. Oftentimes, it'll be like, oh, wow, I solved a neat little environmental puzzle, and I'm rewarded with a new missile pack or a new super missile pack. Which makes the game, like, easier for me, and it makes me stronger as a... It's so good. Very few games reward exploration and interact with, like, force players to interact with the mechanics the way Super Metroid does. It's just so insanely good. Hey, yo. Quick little upgrade to the skeleton boys. I kind of don't want to do All Rocks yet because I doubt All Rocks has Mist or Jewel of Open. Instead, I think the play is to go to the second castle. So I'm going to warp, check Fire of Bat because we haven't done that yet, and then go second castle. I think Symphony of the Night also does a fantastic job of rewarding exploration by just adding so much crazy stuff into the game that you want to keep exploring to find all of the crazy stuff. It even has like a bunch of red herrings and like dead ends with certain aspects of the game that are just designed to make you think like, oh, there might be a secret involved here. And then there's actual like secrets that are like super obtuse and difficult to figure out to add to that feeling. Like the gear puzzle in the clock tower, which is less obtuse if you've played Rondo of Blood, but not very many North American players ever played Rondo of Blood. The chapel confession room, like the music changes when you enter that room. There's two chairs, like it really like tries to put an emphasis on this room is different and special, so you actually like mess around with it a little bit. The spinning bookshelf in the library, the upper part of the library. Like, there's so many cool stuff that this game does to just be like, hey, isn't this neat and interesting and unique? This is a unique way to interact with the game. It really does just make you feel like the game has like infinite secrets to find. And lo and behold, we've been playing this game for multiple decades and still haven't found absolutely everything. What up, Mad Owl? Welcome. Let me refill my health. It's a little low. Oops. Am I the only one who sees the clear inspiration they took for on SotN for Graham? His first phase is like the phase of Dracula. That's just Dracula in general. Ryan Farrell. Most Dracula fights go that way. Like every first phase of Dracula is pretty much the same in all Castlevania games, where he just teleports around and throws fireballs. So it's not like they copied SotN specifically for that. It's just that they were referencing Dracula because he has... Oh, I'm doing a dumb. He has the powers of Dracula. Like that's kind of the whole story bit for Graham. But. What are my feelings about Ritual of the Night? I think it's a really cool game that is just not very well focused. I think Ritual of the Night, if it was given an extra couple of like maybe a year or two of polish, I think it would have genuinely been a fantastic game on launch. But unfortunately, the thing that made the game possible also ultimately made the game a lot less focused, which was the fact that it was a Kickstarter game. So the fact that they had all these stretch goals that they had to meet kind of pushed the game in all these various directions such that they couldn't focus on one good experience, and instead it's a bunch of like spread out, unfocused bits of stuff everywhere. But overall, it's still a good experience. If you are a Metroidvania fan, I think Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a must-play, at least once. I never found a need to like go back and try and 100% the game or anything like that, or collect all the items, or collect all the shards, or even do like New Game Plus. But doing a singular playthrough, I think, was worth the money. Go, my Skelly boys. Okay, Skelly boys, you're missing. Skelly boys, you're fired. We're gonna bring back the Bat Bros. Bat Bros, you're back in. Attack. I almost died. Jesus. Thank God for Demon. The Demon Familiar actually clutch. Oh, there we go, Spirit Orb. Now we can see how mediocre the damage is. I don't know. I think it's just tough to compare games to Symphony of the Night, because it's just so good. So I don't think it's that bad for a game to be like not as good as SotN, because very few games are as good as SotN. So hard to find good help as a summoner. Exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of bat-on-bat violence in the inverted castle nowadays. Really is a shame. I feel like SotN and Super Metroid are probably the most influential games that are hardly championed in the current era, or modern, like, video gaming. 9 damage. I mean, 9 damage is better than nothing, but I really feel like it should be more. I don't know. Another game that I think also falls into that category for... And granted, maybe I'm overstepping my bounds by saying this, and maybe it still gets a certain amount of praise. It probably still gets a lot of praise nowadays, is Link to the Past. Granted, I've never finished playing through Link to the Past, but I understand the way that people talk about that game is that it very much falls under a similar banner of, like, this is a retro style that really influenced the genre going forward. And it's like a cornerstone of the genre, but is like old, so a lot of people just kind of forgot about it. Just summon Zodiark, Mr. FFT fan. If only it was that easy. I'm more of a Shiva kind of guy. Still holds up. I know it's good. It's one of those games that I was like, oh, I want to play through it, but then I kind of, ooh, what am I doing? I don't have a transformation. Yikes. I wanted to play through it, but then I kind of got distracted. And then, unfortunately, one of the lesser-known downsides of streaming video games for a living is that oftentimes the only time you're playing video games is when you're streaming them. And I'm not a Link to the Past streamer. So because of that, it's hard to find time to play Link to the Past. Yeah, we are under time zone thievery right now. Well, technically, we have an hour was given back to us, Fran, from our perspective. But yeah, daylight savings or whatever was the last night. Link Between Worlds is very, very good. Mostly because it borrows and also reinvents a lot of the genre staples from Link to the Past. And shares a lot of the sensibilities and like level design and stuff like that and world design. Maybe I could interview a Link to the Past runner. I mean, I could. I am friends with Andy. It's just that most people don't speedrun A Link to the Past like that anymore, right? Like, A Link to the Past speedrunning is kind of dead. It's all randomizer stuff now, which is basically what... the same thing happened to SotN, so... Although SotN speedrunning is not dead. It's actually in one of the most active spots it's been in a very long time. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people still out there speedrunning A Link to the Past. I just don't particularly follow them, I guess. So that's very possible. Link to the Past rando goes hard. I feel like it's one of those games that I would probably be into doing rando for if I ever finished my playthrough of the game. Because I liked Link to the Past. I liked a lot of what I played of it. I just never finished it. Much like all games that eventually I start, just never end up finishing. Dude, the bats are kind of going in right now. I love how they're splitting their attention between the two of them. It's very, very cute. Oh god, I'm getting owned, though. Go, attack. There we go. Could do a tier 3 goal for Link to the Past. Ooh, library card, nice. That's actually really useful. Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of games that I want to play. Chrono Trigger is a game that has been on my list for a long time as well. As someone who doesn't play a lot of RPGs, I feel like Chrono Trigger might actually be up my alley for it being relatively short. And I kind of already know the story a little bit, so I don't have to read as much. Because reading is one of the things that really takes me out of RPGs most of the time. That's because I have reading comprehension issues alongside dyslexia, which makes reading for long periods of time, like you need to in an RPG, very uncomfortable. Even though I want to like RPGs, I want to like JRPGs. They're some of my favorite games in concept. I end up bouncing off of them so hard because of all the reading. I don't have Jewel of Open? Shit, I'm stupid. Damn it, I'm getting owned right now. I think the only thing I'm worried about with playing Chrono Trigger on stream is I'm pretty sure the soundtrack gets copyright claimed. So that might be an issue. Because Square Enix is kind of stupid with how they handle the audio and music rights to their games. Chrono Cross is not PS1 exclusive. It got re-released on Switch recently, but I think that version is kind of bad, from what I've heard. Either way. There's too many fantastic video games that I wish I could play, and just not enough time. Because every time I play a new video game, there's always just the opportunity cost of like, okay, but I could be speedrunning SotN or working on a YouTube video or something like that. It's fine. Yeah, I think most of that stuff will end up being Patreon bonus streams, which tier 3 subs do have access to now. The tier 3 subs have access to the bonus streams now, I promise. I fixed that. That might end up being where I experience a lot of these games, is where I don't have to worry necessarily about the monetary aspect of it, like streaming it for the sake of getting views and subs and stuff like that, but instead just in a more cozy environment. When I have the free time. The only issue is finding the free time is hard. I don't like track my hours worked, which I probably should do, because it's just hard to track hours worked because working kind of happens very sporadically for me. Like I'll be in the middle of like, oh, I'm done working for the day, and then something will bump into my head like, oh wait, I forgot to do this, and then I'll work on something for 30 minutes. Like, oh, I need to make a thumbnail, or oh, I forgot I need to message somebody about X, Y, and Z. So because of that, figuring out the exact amount of hours I work is very tough. But I wouldn't be surprised if I work close to like 60 hours a week, probably, between everything. Like managing 2 YouTube channels, live streaming, stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's just hard to find the time to play new video games. But I try and make an effort to do so. One thing that I did like doing last month was trying out game demos. Like, even though I didn't end up enjoying The Last Faith that much, I think playing through game demos is actually a really good thing to do on stream, because they're perfectly paced and it gives me an idea of like a game without necessarily needing to finish it or being like beholden to trying to finish it on stream. So I don't know. That might be something that I will start doing more of in the future. Is playing through game demos. Well, Varda's nice to have. I'll take that. I was lacking in the damage department. Saga, I've heard good things about it. But it's just hard for me to pick RPGs for myself. The other thing that's tough about committing to an RPG is the amount of time investment. It's one of the reasons why I think Chrono Trigger would be good, because I know that game is short. But like, we tried doing Final Fantasy VII like a couple years ago on stream, and it was like, it was tough. And I love Final Fantasy VII. It's a game that I watched my brother play so much growing up. I didn't get to play much of it myself because I was too young to really understand everything. But aesthetically and just emotionally, I love that game. I couldn't. It was just too much time. Damn, that big toss was actually kind of crazy and useful. And I was enjoying the mechanics of Final Fantasy VII too. It wasn't even like I was ignoring the RPG side of things. I was enjoying the RPG mechanics, but it still was tough. Just from the time investment standpoint alone. Like, we played, like, I don't know, it was like 15 hours and we were still in disc 1. Like, I think we had just gotten to, like, the Golden Saucer or something like that. Like, 10 or 15 hours in. And it's like, dude, there's still so much left in this fucking game. I don't want to do Creature, but I should. Because we're missing so much still. Yeah, 15 hours total is reasonable for an RPG, I feel like. Like, that's like maybe a week's worth of like streaming as like a side game, right? Where I boot up the stream, start playing SotN for a few hours, and then do like a few hours of Chrono Trigger. Like, that seems fine. But when I realized like Final Fantasy VII was probably going to be like 60 hours of gameplay, that's when I was like, okay, I cannot commit to doing this on stream. Like, that's just too much. Oh, is Saga the one that has like the multiple character stories that you go through? Yay! Okay, I know which game that is. Yeah, that should probably be on the list then. And overworld enemies you can manually dodge. Hell yeah! I have no clue how to say that. Kadulka? Spike Breaker. God. The other thing about Final Fantasy VII is, unfortunately, it is a game that is impossible to experience for the first time for most people, because it is just like all of the twists and turns, all of the spoilers, all of the plot just is so influential that, like, if you're on the internet, you already know most of the important beats of the Final Fantasy VII story. So it's not like I can play through Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Even though I've never beaten the game before, I already know what happens. I already know all of the bosses, all of the boss phases, all of the plot twists. Which is unfortunate. Because, unfortunately, by being on the internet, you are just exposed to Final Fantasy VII. It just is what it is. Oh my god, I can't turn around backdash right now. Thank you. You already know it's not actually the Final Fantasy. True. If you played Kingdom Hearts. Have I ever shown you how many hours I've spent in Final Fantasy 14? If it's more than my roommate, I'll be shocked. Because my roommate has been playing the game since launch for very many hours. 15,000 hours. You might be close. I'll have to ask my roommate again what how many hours they have. Post it in the Discord and I'll have them post their hours. So you guys can compare Final Fantasy 14 gameplay hours. All right, Sword of Brawn. Here's your chance. Attack. Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. No! I wanted the summons to do their work. Dude, they suck ass. 40 damage, that's it. I know it's because I'm poisoned, but still. Terraria hours. I never got into Terraria. I know that's a game that I would like. That's another one of those games where it's like, I know I would like this game. Just never had time to get into it, which is very unfortunate. Sort of yawn more like it. True. Do I need a physical copy of Curse of Darkness? I have a Xbox version of Curse of Darkness, but I don't have a PlayStation 2 version of Curse of Darkness. And as it turns out, you can't play the Xbox version on an Xbox 360. It has to be an OG Xbox, which sucks. Because I bought that on eBay for like, bought it off eBay for like 20 bucks, the Xbox version. But that does remind me, I am opening up a P.O. box. Probably Monday. So tomorrow, I should be heading to the post office and setting it up. And once I have the address and everything set up, I'll post it on the Discord. I don't think I'll have a link to it on stream, because I don't want, like, absolutely everybody to, like, flood the P.O. box with stuff. I really only want it to be available for the people that genuinely want to send me something. Like the people that are, have talked about sending me controllers and stuff, which I'm very grateful for, and nobody needs to do that. But enough people have shown interest over the last couple of months that I feel like I should just set up a P.O. box for them, you know what I mean? Welcome, King Z. Shout out to everyone watching from Brazil. It's not just you, I promise. Yeah, still can't transform, unfortunately. How much are P.O. boxes? I found some that are not too expensive. When I looked online, USPS said that they would do it for like $6 a month, which is not that bad. I guess I'll do this. Dude, Thunder Spear just owned the Venus Weed? That's crazy. Yeah, fun fact, if you hit the rock that the Rock Knights are holding, it will kill them instantly, basically, because they have no iframes when you hit them in the rock. Do they email you when something shows up? I believe so. Again, I'm going to figure all that stuff out tomorrow, I think. Look at the summon bros. They're going crazy. Finally, we found something. I really don't want to fight Galamoth right now.
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
Yeah, and it's not going to get pressed. Get over here, Demon Bro. We're not pressing switches right now. We have more important things to worry about. I don't think I'm going to do Galamoth. Instead, I'm just going to use my library card. And I have the warp to come back here later if I need to. But now we can do the caverns. 45 minutes in. Doing the second castle with just Leapstone and Gravity Boots is rough. But it happens. Have we found all the power-up transformation power-ups yet? No, not all of them. We still need Gas Cloud, and I think that's it. Because we found Fire of Bat early on. I think we found Force of Echo. I don't remember if we found Echo yet. Maybe we have. What's up, Crispy? Welcome. Yeah, reverse caverns before regular caverns. It happens. It happens sometimes. The tracker says no bats. Yeah, it's because I just don't pick those relics up because it's a waste of time to pick them up because they don't really do anything. Like, Force of Echo is barely ever useful. Fire of Bat is never useful. Really, ever. It's like one of the most useless attacks in the entire game. Now, if you could move at the same time as shooting the fireball, then maybe it would be useful, so you could at least, like, do damage while moving. But it, like, locks you in place. It's really bad. Everyone knows bats can't spit fire and move simultaneously. I guess you're right. I've never seen a bat spit fire and move simultaneously. Unfortunate. Rapkula Groove? That man can spit fire? Boo! Not Rapkula. No, Force of Echo is better because you can move while using it. It doesn't lock you in place. Damn, Demon Bro just executing these bosses. He's just so strong. Go, Demon Bro, attack. One hit. One hit is all it took. One hit from Demon Bro. Who would win? Thank God we can do something now. It's not even that good. But at least we can try and go fast. Now the question is, like, what do we do about this? Damn it. I'm gonna check this area, even though I feel like it's a waste of time. We're missing so many random Vlads. This has to be a random Vlad. It has to. Oh, that's even worse somehow? What the heck? Oh, man. This seat is so scuffed. I know, it's 50 minutes. And we only have one Vlad relic. This shit is crazy. Minimum complexity, I think, is 8. So I think it was, what, Leapstone, into gravity boots. I think glasses was layer 0? Or maybe they were locked behind gravity boots. I don't even remember. That was so long ago. Into Jewel of Open. So we're on layer 4. So we're halfway there. And before the seat has a third castle. At least it would make things interesting, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'll let him press the switch. You guys want me to let him press the switch? I'll let him press the switch. There you go. You guys were complaining I didn't let him press the switch. You got to press the switch, okay? What up, Cena? Oh, there we go. There's a random Vlad. Bro. There's no items. Why am I going that way? Now, if we could mod in a sideways castle, kind of like there's a Super Metroid hack where they just rotate the game 90 degrees. If we could do that for SotN, that'd be so funny. They just rotate it? Yeah, the entire game is rotated 90 degrees. The Diplo room. Are these presets going to be added to SotN.io? I don't know. They are currently available using the Long Libraries race bot called Tin Man Bot. And you can generate seeds that way. But the person who runs SotN.io hasn't updated it in a little while. So it's very likely that they won't necessarily get added anytime soon. Because they weren't created by Wild Mouse. So I don't know if Wild Mouse is like particularly trying to update his website with other people's work. But I don't know. Again, you'd have to ask him how he feels about it. But the entire game looks like glitched caverns. Well, I'll have you know there is a third castle preset that does exactly that. There's a reason we don't play that preset though, because it gives everyone a headache. It was an April Fool's preset from last year before. Puppy go burr, but the issue is that Puppy loses MP whilst going burr. Loses a lot of MP. Because this ain't Lycanthrope. Not bad. The bats are kind of owning right now. Will I ever do another video where every time I die, spin the wheel and the game gets weird? Maybe. I'm not opposed to doing that again. I feel like it's not exactly the style of video that I've been doing that have been successful for me. But as like a one-off stream, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. But those types of like higher concept streams tend to not do as well as just playing SotN or playing through the randomizer or speedruns for world record kind of deal. So it's hard to feel incentivized to do it. But those types of runs were fun though. Like the shuffler and all those ideas, they were cool. How many tier 3s to get me back on blindfolded? I guess I could. Yeah, you know what? Sure. I don't have a sub goal currently, but we could do a tier 3. New tier 3 goal to help with the Partner Plus stuff, to do a blindfolded, more blindfolded stuff. Swapping colors shouldn't, well, in my mind, I feel like it shouldn't be that hard, but I don't know personally. So maybe it is harder than I think. This can't be bat because we found the ring behind Spike Breaker, which requires bat. But this could be Final Vlad. Hopefully it's not Merman Statue that leads to Final Vlad, because I kind of want to go to All Rocks from here. But we'll see. I feel like randomizers and speedruns are just kind of like more generally easier to consume and watch. Whereas like if I do a higher concept type stream, I feel like you have to be way more invested in what I'm doing to follow it all the way through. Or like a speedrun, if you come in the middle of a speedrun, you could just be like, oh, you're trying to beat the game. I can conceptually understand that. Whereas if I'm in the middle of like, every time I die, the game gets 5% faster, but also the soundtrack gets 5% slower, but also the screen gets 12% darker. Like if you come in the middle of a run and the game is all fucking weird and shit, you're just gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just a harder concept for people to follow regularly. But it can lead to better content for those that are more invested. So it's a hard balance to hit. Like some of the most, I think, unique types of content I've ever made was those types of videos with like the shuffler and stuff like that. But I feel like they just didn't catch interest overall. I feel like it's an idea that like if a larger variety streamer came up with, they would be very successful for doing so. But that's because they have an audience that is willing to sit through that kind of thing. And are generally more down for whatever. Where my audience is, for obvious reasons, more invested in Symphony of the Night in general. Which, you know, makes sense. Every time I die, 5 seconds of the B movie plays. Yeah, now you guys are cooking. You guys are cooking real hard. Honestly, cooking a little too hard. What relic? Oh, I never did the Colosseum relic? Oh shit, I forgot. I was like, what relic is that I'm missing? Did SotN Bingo ever took flight? I created a bingo like beta essentially, but I feel like not enough people were interested in testing it when I was posting it to the Long Library Discord. I didn't get very many people trying to test it. Jupiter did reach out to me to do like a bingo race, but I just never followed through on that. So maybe if me and Jupiter did a bingo race at some point, that would be fun. But I wanted more people to test bingo before I made like an official, like, hey, here's the new updated SotN bingo. You know what I mean? I mean, I think Aperture is doing very well. I think most people enjoy and appreciate Aperture as like a fun new way to experience the game. The issue with SotN Bingo is that the game is limited in the beginning. Like, the beginning of every bingo run is going to be very much the same. You're essentially doing the clock rush at the start of every bingo run, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think it could lead to burnout for a lot of people, doing the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, we need to go to the second castle. This sucks. We have to go to the second castle. This is so bad, actually. Holy shit. So we have to go to the second castle, fight Akmadon. Akmadon has mist. We come back. We check the mist locations to get Bat and one of the Vlad relics? Unless the two random Vlads that we're missing are in Colosseum. Son of a bitch. And Galamoth? Because those are the only two locations that are not mist-locked. With warps open, that could be fixed. I think having warps open is too powerful, though, for like a bingo type playthrough. And that ends up trivializing a lot of the progression that you're supposed to get, but maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. I feel like balancing bingo with that in mind is even harder, but again, at the end of the day, nobody was trying it when I was making bingo, trying to make bingo a thing. So because of that, I just stopped working on it. Also, whenever I did bingo myself on stream, I feel like it had a lot less like viewership, and like the YouTube videos didn't do as well because it's a lot harder to sell somebody on the idea of bingo. I feel like it just has a bad marketing ultimately, which sucks because it's much easier to explain to somebody like I'm beating the game as fast as possible, whereas the word bingo doesn't have the same appeal or the same marketability because then it's like, wait, what are you doing? I think Elden Ring bingo is fantastic, though. But the issue is that Elden Ring is also a massive game with a much larger fan base than Symphony of the Night. Elden Ringo, yeah. I was playing Elden Ring bingo for a little while just for funsies. It's fun. It's a good game. Elden Ring, I think, is a great game for bingo. I think SotN is a good game for bingo, but falls into a lot of weird situations that makes it hard to get people invested the same way that you can with other stuff. So, oh yeah, the Gravity Boots colors are randomized now, and sometimes you get some real good ones. Damn it. That was almost really clean movement. Elden Ring is dope as hell. I like that game a lot. Sometimes I wish I played it more on stream, but I know that, I don't know. It all comes back to playing video games as a job and how it can be tough to balance the things you want to do with the things that you have to do for money. Damn, Lightning Spear kind of owned it. 400 damage! Demon Bro is insane. One Lightning Spear? 400 damage? That's crazy. ASD, thanks for the raid. Hope things went well. Yeah, here's Mist. Dude, this seed is killing me. So here's the thing. Either Galamoth has a Rando Vlad, or this just sucks. This is just bad. This is bad for everybody. Oh man, this seed's rough. Wait, did I take off Spike Breaker? Why did I do that? Yeah, let's go do Galamoth. So Soul of Bat is behind one of the missed locations, guaranteed, which sucks. Oh, Mermaid Statue we still haven't found yet, too. Which is interesting. I really hope Merman isn't like a random Vlad. That would freaking suck. Yeah, we have the Varda, which does help a lot. I would use the wolf through this room, but it like destroys your MP if you do it. Sword of Dawn at Galamoth? That sounds like a bad idea. I'm gonna save because in case things go wrong, we just lose the run. But I have a library card that I'll use after this. Ugh. Man. This seed pissing me off, man. God damn, Demon Bro, you're so buff. You're so buff and cool. I should just let him solo. He just ice speared him in the dick for 269 damage. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, the demon is just... He's just got to be the best familiar, then. That's just so much damage. Okay, it was a random Vlad, which means we're missing one more random Vlad. Which... Oh no! I just realized... The last Vlad has to be at Holy Symbol. Unless it's at... Wait, I keep forgetting to check freaking Coliseum. I told myself I forgot Coliseum and then never did it because the seed rotted my brain. It's probably just at Coliseum then. If there is a god, it's at Coliseum, and it's not. And this is like Soul of Bat or something. No. Okay. Never mind. Well, I know where Soul of Bat is. Wow. That's brutal. What a brutal seed. That was a random Vlad. Oh no! What? What was that? I think the stream lagged. That was crazy. I don't know what just happened there. How do you run fast like that with the wolf? You have to press the button really, really hard. The harder you press the button, the faster you go. So Merman must have been a Coliseum with nothing behind it. Because Soul of Bat is, I think has to be behind Mist for the complexity chain to work. So it's at Silver Ring. I forgot I had mana prisms this whole time. Nice. Oh, come on. Damn, he really did say die. And that guy just fucking died. Dude, max level demon is so cool. Have a good night, Neria. Always roll with the purple homie. Yeah, little purple homie goes crazy. Yeah, the demon is just like non-stop once he's at max level. He just keeps attacking. Oops. You know what? We'll use the crappy Sword of Dawn. Sorry, Sword of Brawn, because it's supposed to be buffed. But I don't see it. I don't see no buffs. Oh, never mind. That was pretty good. Never mind. I mean, I am wearing a Varda, so that helps a little bit. Oh, Phantom, the randomizer seeds that are produced on the Long Library Discord have the gravity boots randomization. So you'll have a random gravity boot color now. That's like a recent discovery. Dude, I'm surprised this guy's still alive.
Go back whence you came.
You can't even see what's happening.
My mother no more.
Oh, nice.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
That's very funny.
You have been
All right, that wasn't even that long of a seed. It was just like pretty brutal in the mid game, but could have been worse, I guess.
For what
GGs.
profit is it to a man if he gains the world and loses his
GG's.
own
Yeah, the first
soul.
45 minutes were quite rough, but the rest of the seed was fine. If you're watching
I believe.
on Dragon Blitz Daily, you have to subscribe now, legally required, because you watched the whole video. That's how it works. If you watch the whole video, you have to subscribe.
What were Lisa's
And I'll see you in the next
last
one.
words?
Every day, new video, Dragon Blitz Daily. Bye-bye.